How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive a 2004 Dodge Ram SRT-10 with a Viper V10 engine in it. Under the hood is an 8.3-liter naturally aspirated V10 from the Dodge Viper that makes 500 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in 5.2 seconds, and it's mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. You'll note the wheels are actually off of a Dodge Viper, only they've been enlarged to 22 inches and are fitted with 305 section tires in the front as well as the rear. Around back, we've normally got a rear wing that provides 165 pounds of downforce. Kind of a hilarious concept on a truck, but it is removable. The interior in here is extremely basic and feels a little bit cheap, to be honest. A lot of plastic and kind of weird faux rubber material here. I will say the seats, though, are amazing. They're half leather, half Alcantara. They remind me of the new Hellcat bucket seats. They got SRT-10 on the headliner. And funny enough, it's actually a 3-seater. If we pull that up there, somebody can sit in the center, although that makes it really awkward if you shift the manual transmission, because if you go into second, you're going to basically punch them in the gut or a little bit lower than that. Love the fact that it is a 6-speed manual transmission. The throws are a little bit longer than you get in a Viper, but they are pretty notchy and feel confidence-inspiring. Speedo goes up to 160 miles an hour. We even have an oil temp gauge on the A-pillar, which is pretty cool. The rest of the interior is very basic, although I do love the fact that it has an engine start-stop button to really make you feel like you're in a Viper. All right, behind the wheel of the SRT-10 now, and this thing is absolutely hilarious. A V10 powered truck with a manual transmission. What a concept. But honestly, it works so well. I'm so thankful that Dodge made this truck. It's really fast too. 525 pound-feet of torque punches you in the gut. And because it's a manual, those shifts just punch you in the back. Oh my God, this thing is absolutely insane. This might be the craziest truck ever made. I do wish it was a tiny bit louder. I mean, it's pretty loud, don't get me wrong, but it would just be that much more rowdy if it had a little bit more of an exhaust note. But obviously that's super easy to fix with an aftermarket exhaust. I think with a smaller muffler or no muffler, some exhaust work done to this thing, it would be absolutely insane. It's not the most stable at speed. It kind of floats a little bit. But man, in a straight line, it's an absolute riot. And it's easy to drive around town too. The manual transmission is easy to use. It's got enough low-end torque so you can just putt around town. When you're on the highway, you don't really have to downshift in order to pass people because you've got all that torque. And when you want to unleash the beasts, it's pretty hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. The interior is pretty basic. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do really like the white instrument cluster with the orange needles. I think it looks really nice. And it's just fun. I haven't had this much fun in a truck in a long time. The Raptor R is a lot of fun, as is the T-Rex, but this is just almost stupid, but in the best way possible. And the fact that you can get these now for not too much money. I found a bunch of them for between $26,000 and $30,000. And for a truck with a 6-speed manual and a 500 horsepower V10, that's almost hilariously cheap. That is a good deal for what you're getting. You're basically getting a Viper that's more practical. Obviously, it's not going to handle in the corners like a Viper, but for all intents and purposes, just out on the street in a straight line, and if you want to bring stuff in the back, you're not doing that in the Viper. Now, this is the 2-seater version. Well, actually, I should say 3. There's a 3rd seat right here. But there is a mega cab version with an extra row of seats. But I think this is the one to get. It's lighter weight, it's smaller, so you've got this really, really small truck with a massive engine in it, which is just an absolutely hilarious concept. And I love the fact that we've got an oil temp gauge from the factory in the A-pillar. I mean, that's actually ridiculous. It's like a modified car. It reminds me of something somebody would build for SEMA, right? A lightweight Ram 1500 with a V10 engine and a bunch of gauges in it. But this was literally made from the factory like this, which is... I don't even understand how this got approved, but I'm glad it did. The suspension is not the most comfortable in the world. It's a little bit firm, but it's not super jarring. It doesn't feel like it's meant for the track and not for the road. It just... I don't know. Back then, the suspension technology wasn't as good, so you can't have that perfect mix of, like you get with air suspension or magneto-areological dampers. You can't have that perfect mix of stiffness, but also comfort, like you can with modern suspension. Obviously, if this did have modern-day suspension, like you get maybe in the Hellcat, it would ride a lot better in all environments. It would have a lot less body roll in the corners, and it also would be more comfortable around town. This does have quite a bit of body roll, kind of a surprising amount of body roll around corners for the kind of lack of plushness in the suspension department. But that's not what this car is about. Honestly, it's all about having fun, and it's an absolute riot, and it just sounds ridiculous. Special thanks to the Audrain Collection for making this video possible. Make sure to follow them on Instagram as well as YouTube. I just spent the week with them, went to the Gathering event at this awesome mansion, and then we went on a tour d'elegance right before the Concours d'elegance. Had an absolutely fantastic time. So next year, in the fall, make sure to attend, because it's one of the best, if not the best, car events on the East Coast. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. We'll do another poll to end this video. I look forward to seeing you next video.